Yeah, they're forecast pretty dodgy weather today, like heavy showers and stuff, so I'm trying to get some of the insulation done in between showers. So the actual fiberglass has gone off and the epoxy resin, it's all pretty tough now, pretty hard. So I'm just going to give it a layer of bubble wrap on the back, bubble wrap silver foil insulation. Oh dear, I literally got one piece of insulation stuck on and it's just about to start raining again. Okay, in between the rain I managed to get a layer of the silver foil bubble wrap insulation on and then all the seams taped up. Right, I've temporarily put the side panel back in just with a couple of screws. Obviously I haven't carpeted it, it's looking a bit rough at the moment, but I've noticed that I potentially got a bit of a problem that I hadn't thought about. Okay, what this problem is, this is the original pull-out section of the bed, and as you see there's under here there's these metal bars, and when you pull the bed out they actually fit into these cups underneath the window. Of course, because I've raised the bulkhead higher, I knew that I was going to have to extend them bars, so that's not really a problem. But what the problem is that I hadn't thought about, originally the windows only had curtains on them, but what I plan to do is fit blinds. So I thought I'll have a look at one of these blinds. So this is one of the blinds, and this is going to fit round about here. And I've actually removed, try not to cover the camera, that's going to fit here. And I've actually removed the cup from this side, it's just screwed on. It used to actually poke through the side panel here. So obviously you can see the problem straight away. The cup is hidden by the side panel. Obviously one thing I could do is space them out, but to do that, I don't know, it's going to look a bit odd, I think. So I've been trying to think of a solution to this problem. The only real thing I can think of is either to have props that fit under the bed to support it. I've also put some of the soft furnishings back in temporarily while I was looking at the problem, just to see how far they come up. So I could either have props under the bed, but the main reason I don't want to do that is because these two seats either side, they actually make beds as well. You can slot the table across here and potentially make another you can make another double bed. So if I put props in the way, then it's going to stop the ability to do that, and I don't really like that. So one other idea is to actually, rather than sort of use these metal bits to sit inside cups, is actually fit a bracket at the top here and have some sort of cables hanging down to support this end of the bed. I mean, I've looked at all other possibilities, like using metal. You can actually get very heavy duty metal slide outs that they use on fire engines, which potentially will support like £1,000. So it'd easily support the weight of 2 people. But A, they're quite expensive, quite heavy, and B, because this panel curves, you can't probably see, but it actually curves, it gets narrower towards the window end. You've actually got nothing to attach the sliders to, because it needs to be parallel. So it's sort of had a lot of complication, because you'd have to sort of build a frame. We can see there, because the bed's straight, we can see how it tapers at the other end. So that isn't really going to work. So yeah, I think attaching something at the top, and what I have got is some of this aluminium tracking, so I'm thinking of cleaning that up and using that, and then potentially you can use it for hanging other things on. And the other good thing with this stuff is you can have hooks at different positions. We can get quick release rings. So if you didn't want to pull the bed out all the way, because it is possible to sleep up there diagonally for one person. It's only when two people need to sleep there you need to pull it out all the way. Or if my son's sleeping up there, he can sleep across. I think it's about 5'7" across. So yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. But what I'm going to do is remove the carpet, but not going to remove the carpet from the roof. I'm just going to remove this carpet here, and then re-carpet that in the darker charcoal carpet I'm going to use, which is this stuff, which as you see is quite a bit darker. I'm just going to leave the roof lining light. So yeah, that's the plan anyway.